Hello, good afternoon. This is Zarina Spice. Today I want to show you how I'm going to make some bara. Nice, delicious bara. You can also call it lentil fritters or peas fritter. They're all the same thing, but nice and delicious. I made it for you to see. I'll see you in a little bit. So here is the ingredient for the bara, also called peas or lentil fritters. So here what I have here. Now I have 1 teaspoon here of cumin seed, also called jeera. I have 3 cloves of garlic. I have some cilantro. I have some tarragon. I have some rosemary. I have some hot pepper. Well, these are optional. If you don't want it, you don't use it. A piece of onion, a quarter piece of onion. This is shallot or green onion. I have here 1 cup of all-purpose white flour or unbleached flour you could use. I have here 1 cup of the lentil grind peas. So this is all the ingredient I'll be using, and a pinch of salt. So I'm gonna blend all these up and add the mixture. So you see it, you're gonna see it in a little bit. So let me get everything together here, and you'll see the next step. So here I'm gonna show you how I mix the dry ingredient. Then I'm gonna add the water. This is like the 1 cup of flour I add in here. I'm also gonna use the 1 cup of lentil or grind peas, dal. I'm gonna use the 1 teaspoon of jeera, cumin seed. I use a 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And then I'm gonna use actually you could use a pinch of salt or quarter teaspoon of salt, but I'm gonna use like a quarter teaspoon of salt here. And I have all the seasoning. I blend them up, so I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna mix it in a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna show you real quick. I blend everything up in this here. So now I'm gonna show you what I do with the green onion, the shallot. I'm gonna thinly dice it, very thinly dice it, because I'm gonna throw this into the mixture. So this is how thin you got to very thinly slice, more like of a dice way, but very thin way. You can do it coarsely if you want, but I like it this way. So I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll start the mixing process. Okay, so here is the mixture now. I like to put in some water in this. I usually use like a warm water, but before I do that, I'm going to throw in the mixture that I just grind up, all the seasoning. I add it in here. And now I'm going to add the water. Well, water now, this is how you're going to throw the water. You're going to mix it and you throw the water, because you do not want it to cook. I mean, do not want it to over too much water. So you got to keep an eye on the water, how you train it. You got to make it like a paste. Like, see this here now, it's almost there. You don't have to make it too soft, but this is good right now. So we're gonna add in the green onion to this. See, I chop it all up. So I'm gonna add this in. So I'm gonna put this aside, let the mixture blend in for a little bit, and then I'll start the cooking process. This is how it's supposed to be, because you cannot do it more saggy, or you cannot do it too hard. So this is it. So here I put my pan on, and I'll be adding in some oil. What you do now, you have to put a little, like, I'll put like half of this little wok here, but half of not half, at least some good oil. You need some good oil so you can fry it. I think that would be okay. So I'm gonna let that heat up and then I'll start the cooking process. So the oil is ready and the oil is hot, and I'm gonna throw in it. Well, I'm gonna use a spoon. Sometimes people use their hand to do it, but I'm gonna use a spoon. And this is how I'm doing it. You could do it like that, or you could do it with your hand. But you know, the hand is okay, but it's a little messy. But that's how it is good. So I'm gonna let these brown, then I'll turn it over and show you guys how it's going. So I'm turning it. I turned one already. So you want to get a little brown and well cooked. That's how we're gonna be. So let it get a little brown at the other side, and it finish. Now I want to let you know that making these bara or fritters, peas fritters, you could use, instead of baking powder, you could use yeast, yeast is very good too, because it make it a little more kind of a little more fluffier and softer. But in this, make sure you can use a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast with some like a 2 teaspoons of water, and let it just soak there. And when it rises, then you throw it into the mixture, and you don't have to use the baking powder. So this is it's brown now, and then it's finished. You know, they comes in different shapes as you put it in, but see, it's nice and fluffy, it's rising. So we're gonna wait, let this just get a little more brown and cook with a medium to slow heat, because you don't want to overcook. So it's cooking nicely. Not too much of heat, because it can get raw inside. You need it to cook just truly with a little lower heat. So after this, I'll finish all up and then I'll show you. Well, this is finished here now, so I'm going to take it out. So I'll be finishing up the rest, and then I'll see, let's just see. So here I finish my bara, also called lentil fritters. You could call it bara, lentil fritters, peas fritters, but they're all the same thing. And it look very nice and delicious. But as I said, you could substitute the baking powder for a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. And the yeast, you just put it in a 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of warm water, let it rise, and you will see when it's fluffy at top, you're ready to add it to the mixture. That's all. So this is Zorina Spice. I want to thank you guys for looking. I would like to say I want to thank all the subscribers out there with a nice word that they said. I would also like you all to try this recipe and tell me how delicious it is. So thank you. You have a beautiful day. Bye bye.